Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?
We better get back, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
Hi there, welcome back to another episode of Service Management in the Movies. The movie Aliens depicts some great examples of what can go wrong in a consulting engagement. In this video, we're going to use scenes from the movie to discuss 5 challenges that consultants face when working with service teams. Aliens was directed by James Cameron and stars Sigourney Weaver, Michael Biehn, and Carrie Henn. So this first one's really important and can take time to effectively resolve. Everyone should have a voice. Everyone should be heard. So some people have a tendency to kind of drift into the background and hesitate to share their ideas, whether they're shy or nervous or they've been burned before when sharing their ideas. And it's important to engage these individuals, to encourage participation right out of the gate so that they get used to speaking openly. At the same time, it's important for consultants to actually listen when individuals share their ideas and concerns. In this first clip, Ripley tries to relate her experiences and express her concerns to corporate management.
Are there any species like this hostile organism on LV-426?
No, it's a rock. No indigenous life.
Did IQs just drop sharply while I was away? Ma'am, I already said that it was not indigenous. It was a derelict spacecraft. It was an alien ship. It was not from there. Do you get it?
So no one's really taking her concerns to heart. And it's important for consultants to listen to truly understand the current environment. And then she tries to warn the team again in this clip.
I hope you're right. I really do.
Yeah, okay, right. Thank you, Ripley. We also have Ripley's report on disk. I suggest you study it.
Because just one of those things managed to wipe out my entire crew in less than 24 hours. And if the colonists have found that ship, then there's no telling how many of them have been exposed.
Only to have the Marines essentially mock her. So this is typically the first fear that consultants face, or first challenge that consultants face when working with service teams. Establishing an engaging dialogue with the entire team, making sure that everybody's engaged. Which kind of leads into our next challenge, the fear of consultants. As consultants, we each have our own bag of tricks and methods, tools, what have you, for improving organizations, and that's all well and good, of course. But clients want to work with consultants who actually, again, listen and adjust, not those who just come in with kind of a one-size-fits-all, we have the answer to your woes approach. And we can't address a client's concerns, and we're not going to gain trust or good ideas from the team if we don't truly listen and engage ourselves. So Burke is a perfect example of what organizations fear about consultants. He has his own hidden agenda to protect the company's assets and the xenomorphs, although I don't really think they need a lot of protecting, and he isn't willing to listen to others. And he clearly doesn't care about the team's safety, and this is really important.
Say again, Bishop. You've got it into auto refuel mode and it's sequencing, right?
That's right.
Okay, good. Just stay on it. Get back to me when you've activated the launch cycle.
Roger.
Oh man. So the Marines don't trust him for good reason, because they know that he doesn't understand or appreciate their reality. So if you come in like Burke and prescribe solutions without first trying to understand the boots on the ground reality, you're going to miss the mark and you're not going to gain trust. So contrast that with Ripley, who gets involved and helps with the work, as depicted in this scene.
The 3, is it come out? Let me see it.
Hi. I feel like kind of a fifth wheel around here. Is there anything I can do?
I don't know. Is there anything you can do?
Well, I can drive that loader. I have a Class 2 rating.
Be my guest.
That's awesome. Get engaged. So one of the reasons why teams fear change or consultants is that they fear being exposed or looking foolish by an expert or by their colleagues, as in this scene.
How many drops is this for you, Lieutenant?
38.
simulated.
How many combat drops?
2. Including this one.
Oh, man.
So 3, fear of accountability. So in maturing a service management organization, we design accountable service owners as well as practice owners and other accountable parties. But no one really wants to be accountable without being provided with the necessary training and tools to be successful. So if a service owner is accountable for the reliability and usability of one or more services, by definition, then they really should be provided with proper training, support, and the ability to improve those services. And in this case, Gorman could be considered kind of a service, well, not kind of, a service owner here. He has the title, however, but he doesn't have sufficient training to lead the team.
Hicks! Tell them to fall back. Tell them to fall back.
You're cut off! Do something! Fuck!
Come on, keep moving, baby.
Hold on, Newt.
So this also touches on a point that we've discussed in other videos, training and temperament. So no one has the ability to succeed at every job. The Gorman's ability to think on his feet is clearly questionable, and this should have come up during the 38, I think he said, simulation exercises that he refers to earlier. So Lieutenant Gorman is accountable on paper, but he has zero latitude or tools, more of the experience. And when the mission starts to go sideways, he freezes. He's essentially a service owner who's not prepared to own or truly lead the services for which his team provides. So 4, fear of metrics. So one of the first challenges consultants face when working with service teams is, of course, a resistance to metrics and how they're going to be used and what the numbers might reveal. And if they haven't been reviewed before, then it's going to be uncomfortable for sure reviewing them the first time. Much like the data that the tracker is providing in this scene.
Movement. Signal's clean. Range 20 meters.
They found a way in. Something we missed.
We didn't miss anything.
18. 17 meters.
Something under the floor, not in the plans. I don't know.
15 meters.
Ripley,
Definitely inside the barricades.
let's go.
And that's stress. So the ultimate metric. And that's okay. I mean, not for them, but the fact that the metric is reflecting reality is okay. So even if the metrics aren't accurate, then that's reality. So the team is terrified in this case because the data tells an uncomfortable story that the xenomorphs are in the ceiling. But at the end of the day, the numbers aren't going to change until we start looking at them openly. So the Marines didn't ignore the tracker because they didn't like or agree with what the tracker was telling them. It's important to start sharing the metrics, the good, the bad, and the ugly, as early as possible, actually preferably within the first week of an engagement. So it's really important to move through this fear. The good news is that from my experience, once individuals see how the metrics are going to be used to provide insight and not to penalize, this fear dissipates rather quickly. And the same can be said in terms of our 5th challenge, the fear of agreements, or establishing consistent standards and agreements for activities such as ticket handling and inter-team handoffs. In this scene, the pilot doesn't follow the security process, or supposedly there is a security process because they're in a hurry.
Move it, Spunkmeyer, we're rolling.
Hold on a second, there's something.
Just get up here.
I'm in. Ramp closing.
So because he doesn't check the bay for stowaways, the whole service failed. So now that said, if he had come across the xenomorph, who knows, well, I think we all know what would have happened, but at least it would have contained the catastrophic losses, as it were, to those two instead of more. So we've all been there. You're sent in to solve a problem, or the team is sent in to solve a problem. The stakes are high, and the team is nervous, anxious, terrified at times. And that's when clarity and consistency is the most important. That's when documented processes and established agreements help the most. Otherwise, heroic actions are needed to save the day.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Love those sound effects. So in closing, Aliens is a cautionary tale about an engagement that was doomed before it even started. Individuals want to be part of a high-functioning team. So as consultants, our role is to listen, build trust, and partner with service teams to help establish a model for improvement that they themselves can own and manage. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, you might be interested in either of the two videos linked to your screen, using agreements to set clear expectations, or how to successfully lead teams through change. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.